She drops the lantern before she even knows why. It slips from her fingers and shatters against the barn floor, flame choking out in a quick hiss. Darkness folds in tight around her. For a second, there is nothing but the sound of her own breath, sharp and uneven, bouncing off the wooden walls. Then something else breathes. Not loud. Not close. Just enough to be heard. She freezes. Who's there? The words come out dry. Small. No answer. Just that same slow inhale. Exhale. She clenches her jaw and straightens, forcing herself not to turn around. Her boots grind against the dirt as she steadies her stance. The smell hits her then. Damp wood. Old hay. And something underneath. Wet earth. Rotting. I said, who's there? A pause. Long enough to stretch her nerves thin. Then the voice comes. Low. Close. Too close. You already know. Her fingers curl into fists. She doesn't move. Show yourself. You ain't ready. The voice shifts on that last word. Not just tone. Shape. Like it doesn't belong to one mouth. She swallows hard. Her throat aches. This is my ranch. Silence answers her. Then a soft creak from the stall behind her. Wood bending under weight that shouldn't be there. Not anymore. Her heart kicks hard. She grips the rusted gate beside her, metal cold against her palm. You don't get to say that. I don't have to. You feel it. She does. It sits in her chest like something heavy and buried. Something she left here years ago and never came back for. A shadow stretches along the wall to her right. It moves too slow, too tall. It doesn't match anything in the barn. She keeps her eyes forward. You shouldn't be here, the voice says. I grew up here. You ran. I left. You ran. Her grip tightens until her knuckles burn. I had my reasons. You always did. The words land sharp. Familiar. Her breath stutters. Something about the voice is changing again. Softer now. Closer to something she almost recognizes. You don't belong here anymore, it says. I belong more than you. A quiet sound follows. Not a laugh. Not quite. You sure about that? The floor creaks again. Behind her. Closer this time. She shuts her eyes for a second. Just one. Turn around, it whispers. No. You need to see. I don't. You do. Her chest rises and falls too fast now. The air feels thick. Hard to pull in. I said no. A pause. Then the voice drops lower. Slower. Mara. Her eyes snap open. She doesn't move. You remember the well? Her stomach twists. Hard. Don't. You remember. I said don't. The smell grows stronger. Wet dirt. Like fresh ground turned over. Her fingers slip slightly on the gate. You used to stand right at the edge, the voice continues. Looking down. Her breath shakes. Stop. You said it looked deeper than it should. I said stop. You said it felt like it was looking back. Her heart pounds louder now, filling her ears. That's not real. It is. No. It always was. The wood behind her groans. Something shifts its weight again. Mara, it says, softer now. Almost gentle. You left something down there. Her vision blurs for a second. Just a flicker. I didn't leave anything. You did. No. You left her. The word hits like a strike to the chest. She shakes her head. Fast. No. That's not what happened. You sure? I didn't. You let go. Her grip on the gate slips. Just a little. I tried to pull her up. You hesitated. I was a kid. So was she. The barn feels smaller now. Tighter. Like the walls are leaning in. I didn't mean to, Mara says, voice breaking. I didn't mean for any of it to happen. You still walked away. I ran for help. You ran. Her chest tightens. She can't catch a full breath. I came back. Too late. The words echo. Not just in the barn. In her head. I didn't know what else to do. You knew enough. Silence falls again, heavy and full. Then something brushes the back of her neck. Light. Barely there. She jerks forward, spinning halfway before catching herself. Don't touch me. The air behind her goes still. You feel that now, the voice says. Her pulse races. Feel what? What she felt. Her throat closes. That's not fair. It's not supposed to be. The shadow on the wall stretches again. Taller now. Bending wrong at the edges. She stares at it from the corner of her eye. Refuses to look directly. You shouldn't have come back, it says again. I didn't have a choice. There's always a choice. Not this time. A long pause. Then, quieter. There's never been a time you didn't have one. Her knees feel weak. She shifts her weight, trying to stay steady. I'm not leaving, she says. Not again. Then you'll stay. Yeah. With us. The word lands heavy. There is no us. Another sound. That almost laugh again. You keep telling yourself that. The air shifts. Colder now. Mara, the voice says, softer than before. Turn around. She shakes her head. No. You need to see what you did. I remember enough. No, you don't. I do. You remember what lets you sleep. Her breath catches. Turn around. I said no. You're still running. I'm standing right here. Not where it matters. Her fingers loosen from the gate. Just slightly. The silence stretches again. Long pressing. Then the voice changes one last time. It becomes smaller. Younger. Mara. Her chest tightens painfully. Please. Her eyes fill before she can stop it. I can't, she whispers. You can. I can't see that again. You already do. Every night. Her hands tremble. Please, the voice says again. And this time, it doesn't sound like the thing in the barn. It sounds like a girl. Mara's breath shudders out slowly. She stands there for a long second, frozen between past and present, between fear and something heavier than fear. Then, finally, she starts to turn. She turns fast, like ripping something open. The barn stands empty. No shadow. No shape. Just the same old wood, the same broken stalls, the same silence sitting where the voice had been. Her breath comes hard, uneven, like she ran miles instead of taking one step. There's nobody here, she says. Her voice sounds wrong. Too loud in the quiet. She takes a step forward, scanning the corners. Nothing moves. No shifting hay, no creaking boards. Just stillness. That's not possible. The smell lingers. Wet dirt. Rot. Stronger now. You hear that? A voice cuts in from the doorway. Real. Solid. Mara spins. Eli stands there, hat low, eyes fixed on her like he's trying to measure something. He doesn't step inside. You heard it too, she asks. No one else is here. That's not what I asked. He hesitates. Just a second. You look like you saw something. I heard something. What? She studies his face. He won't meet her eyes. You first, she says. I didn't hear anything. Don't lie to me. I'm not lying. You always lie when you look at the ground. He lifts his head, jaw tight. Maybe I just don't want to see what you're seeing. You think I'm making this up? I think this place does things. What kind of things? The kind that don't leave. Silence settles between them. Mara wipes her hands on her jeans, though they aren't dirty. Something spoke to me, she says. Eli nods once, like that confirms something he already believed. Yeah, he says. That'll happen. That'll happen? You shouldn't be in here after dark. It's not dark. He glances at the open barn door. The light outside looks dimmer than it should. Not like it used to be, he says. Mara frowns. What does that mean? Eli steps inside finally, slow, careful, like he's crossing into something he doesn't trust. The well's been acting strange again. She exhales sharply. Wells don't act. This one does. No, she says, shaking her head. No, we're not doing that. It's a hole in the ground. It wasn't just a hole. It was. You know it wasn't. Her chest tightens. I don't want to talk about that. You came back, Eli says. That means you already are. She looks away, jaw clenched. I heard a voice, she says. It knew things. It always knows things. It said, she stops. Say it, Eli pushes. It said I left something down there. Eli goes still. Yeah, he says quietly. That sounds right. That's not funny. I'm not laughing. You think I left someone down there? I think something stayed. Her stomach twists. That's not the same thing. Depends who you ask. Mara takes a step back, needing space. You were there, she says. You remember what happened. I remember what people said happened. And what do you say? Eli doesn't answer right away. He walks past her, running a hand along the stall gate, eyes distant. I say we didn't tell it straight, he finally says. Mara's throat tightens. We were kids. Yeah. We panicked. Yeah. That doesn't mean we. You didn't tell anyone how long you waited. Her breath stops. I didn't wait. Eli looks at her now. Direct. Heavy. You did. That's not true. You stood there, he says. At the edge. I was trying to think. You were scared. Of course I was scared. So was she. The words land hard. Again. Mara shakes her head, backing toward the barn door. This isn't real. Eli follows, slow. It's real enough. No. No, it's not. It's just memory messing with me. Then why's the rope moving? She freezes. What? Eli nods toward the far end of the barn, where the open back door frames the old yard. The well, he says. Mara turns slowly. Through the doorway, past the dry grass and broken fence, the well stands where it always did. Stone ring, worn smooth with time. The rope hangs down into the dark. Except now it's swaying. There's no wind. Did you touch that? She asks. No. Did anyone? No one comes out here anymore. Then why is it moving? Eli doesn't answer. Mara steps out of the barn, boots crunching on dirt. The air feels thicker outside, like the land itself is holding its breath. Don't go closer, Eli calls. She doesn't stop. You don't want to do that. I need to see. You already saw enough. I didn't see anything. You heard it. That's not the same. She keeps walking. The rope swings a little wider now. Back and forth. Slow. Steady. Mara, Eli says, sharper now. Stop. She ignores him. Each step feels heavier than it should. Like the ground is pulling at her boots. You feel that? She asks. Eli comes up behind her, close enough now that she can hear his breathing. Yeah, he says. I feel it. Like it's breathing. Yeah. They stand there, both staring at the well. The rope creaks softly as it moves. Mara steps right up to the edge. The stone is cold under her fingers when she grips it. Don't look down, Eli says. I have to. You don't. I do. She leans forward slightly. Darkness fills the well. Thick. Deep. It doesn't look like empty space. It looks like something solid. Do you see anything? Eli asks. She squints, trying to adjust her eyes. No, she says. Just dark. The rope jerks. She flinches. Did you see that? I didn't touch it, Eli says quickly. The rope jerks again. Harder this time. Like something below just grabbed it. Mara's grip tightens on the stone. Something's down there, she whispers. Eli steps back. We need to leave. Wait. Mara, no. Just 1 second. She leans a little further. The darkness shifts. Not like water. Not like shadow. Like something moving up. Her breath catches. I think I see. The rope snaps tight in her hand. She gasps, stumbling forward. Mara! Eli shouts. She grips the edge hard, barely keeping herself from tipping in. Pull it! Eli yells. I can't. The rope strains, pulled straight down. Then suddenly, it goes slack. Mara stumbles back, falling hard onto the dirt. Silence crashes in. The rope hangs still. Not swaying. Not moving. Just still. Mara stares at it, chest heaving. What was that? She asks. Eli doesn't answer. He's staring into the well like he's seen something he didn't want to. Mara, he says slowly. Yeah? We didn't bury it. Her stomach drops. No, he says. We didn't. Sheriff Cole is already standing in the yard when Mara gets up from the dirt. He didn't announce himself. He just appeared there, like he'd always been part of the place. Dust on his boots. Hand resting near his belt. Calm eyes that don't rush anything. And on his chest, her father's badge. Mara sees it and everything in her goes still. You shouldn't be here, she says. Cole doesn't move. Neither should you. Her eyes stay locked on the badge. That's not yours. It is now. No, her voice tightens. That belongs to my father. Cole taps it once with 2 fingers. Casual. Controlled. Your father's dead. Exactly. Her jaw clenches. So take it off. He doesn't. Eli steps out behind Mara, slower now, like he regrets being part of this moment. Cole glances at him. You're still here, Cole says. I never left, Eli replies. Cole nods like that means something. Mara takes a step forward. Why are you here? Cole looks past her, toward the well. Same reason you are, he says. I didn't invite you. You don't need to. That badge, she says again. Take it off. Cole finally looks at her directly. You want it back, he asks. Yes. Then tell me why your father left it behind. Her throat tightens. He didn't leave it behind. Cole reaches into his coat slowly. pulls out a folded paper. Old. Creased. This says otherwise. Mara doesn't take it. What is that? Ownership transfer. That's fake. Cole shrugs slightly. It's signed. I didn't sign anything. I know. Eli shifts behind her. Mara glances at him. No, she says quietly. Eli doesn't answer. Cole watches both of them carefully now. You're going to want to sit down, he says. I'm fine standing. That wasn't a suggestion. Mara laughs once, sharp and empty. You don't get to order me around on my land. Cole tilts his head. Your land? Yes. He nods slowly, like he's humoring her. You sure about that? I lived here. So did a lot of people. Not like me. Cole steps closer. Not aggressive. Just enough to close space. This ranch is under legal dispute, he says. There is no dispute. There is now. Mara's voice rises. You forged that. Cole doesn't deny it. Eli finally speaks. Mara. She turns on him instantly. You knew? Eli's silence is the answer. Her breath breaks slightly. You knew, she repeats. I had no choice, he says. There is always a choice. Not this one. Cole watches them like he's waiting for something to collapse. You both should sit, he says again. Mara ignores him. What did you do? She asks Eli. Eli rubs his jaw, eyes down. I signed papers, he says. What papers? Transfer papers. For what? The ranch. Mara stares at him like she didn't hear correctly. You sold it. I didn't sell it. You just said you signed. I signed to stop it from being taken by someone worse. Cole gives a faint nod. Smart move, Cole says. Mara turns back to him. So this is you, she says. You're the worse? Cole's expression doesn't change. I'm the one keeping order, he says. Order? Containment. Mara laughs again, but it cracks halfway through. You think you own this place now? I think I'm the only reason it hasn't gotten worse. Eli looks at the ground. Mara notices. What hasn't gotten worse, she asks. Cole glances toward the well again. That, he says. Silence drops instantly. Mara follows his gaze. The rope is still hanging. Perfectly still. Not moving at all. That feels wrong after what just happened. What did you mean by worse? She asks slowly. Cole finally removes his hand from his belt. You hear things, he says. Mara stiffens slightly. So do you, he adds. I didn't say I heard anything. You didn't have to. Eli shifts again. Cole steps closer to the well, stopping just short of the edge. This land takes, he says. That's nonsense, Mara snaps. Cole looks back at her. Is it? Mara hesitates for a fraction of a second. Cole sees it. That badge, she says, forcing herself back to focus. Take it off. Cole ignores her again. Instead, he says, your father knew. Mara's breath catches. Knew what? Cole looks down into the well. What's under this place, he says. Eli shakes his head slightly. Don't. Cole continues anyway. He tried to seal it. Mara's voice goes quieter. Seal what? Cole finally looks at her. What you heard in that barn, he says. The air tightens. Mara doesn't speak. Cole steps back from the well. It doesn't stay buried, he says. It doesn't stay quiet. Eli speaks fast now. That's enough. Cole ignores him. Your father thought law could hold it, Cole says. Mara's hands curl. What are you talking about? Cole taps the badge again. He thought this meant control. Mara's voice breaks slightly. Stop talking about my father. Cole finally softens his tone. He died trying to keep it down there. Silence. Heavy. Eli exhales sharply. That's not how he died, Mara says. Cole looks at her carefully. You sure? Mara steps forward again. You don't get to rewrite him. Cole doesn't move. I'm not rewriting him, he says. I'm warning you. About what? Cole turns slightly toward the well again. About what wakes up when someone comes back. Mara's stomach tightens. I didn't wake anything. Cole looks at her now, steady and cold. Then why did it start speaking your name, he asks. Mara goes still. Eli closes his eyes briefly. Cole notices that too. Eli heard it too, Cole says. Mara turns on Eli instantly. Did you? Eli doesn't answer fast enough. That's all she needs. You did, she whispers. Eli finally nods once. Mara steps back like the ground shifted under her. Cole watches her reaction carefully. You came back, Cole says. That's all it needed. Mara's voice lowers. What did? Cole looks down into the well again. Whatever is inside, he says. The rope gives the faintest twitch. All three of them see it. No wind. No movement. Just that single, impossible twitch. Mara whispers, it's still down there. Cole answers quietly. It never left. Darkness arrives like a door closing too fast. One moment the ranch is gray evening, the next it feels sealed off from anything beyond it. No wind. No distant sound. Even the insects seem to stop. Mara stands in the yard, still shaken from the well, watching the rope like it might move again at any second. It doesn't. It hangs straight now, too straight, like it's been measured. Eli won't look at it. Cole hasn't moved from where he stands, but his hand is closer to his belt now. This place does that, Eli says quietly. Mara turns. Does what? Changes how time feels. That's not real. Cole finally speaks, calm and flat. It is here. Mara shakes her head once. No. No, I'm not doing this. I heard a voice. That's it. Eli gives a short laugh without humor. That's what everyone says at first. Mara steps toward him. At first? Eli doesn't answer. Cole looks past both of them toward the house. We shouldn't be outside after dark. Mara scoffs. Now you're giving advice? Cole doesn't react. I'm warning you. For what? She snaps. The wind? Eli cuts in fast. Not the wind. A silence lands instantly after that. Mara looks between them. What is it then? No one answers. Then, from behind them, something creaks. Not the barn. Not the well. The house. A slow, deliberate wooden sound, like weight shifting upstairs. Mara turns first. Who's in there? Eli shakes his head. No one. Another creak follows. Longer this time. Dragging. Cole finally moves, just slightly, stepping closer to the house line. That's not supposed to happen, he says. Mara's voice tightens. What isn't? Eli whispers, the house is empty. As if responding, a chair scrapes upstairs. Clear. Heavy. Like someone stood up slowly. Mara's breath catches. Eli. I hear it, he says quickly. Cole doesn't speak, but his eyes stay locked on the upstairs window. Mara takes a step forward. Hello? Eli grabs her arm instantly. Don't. She pulls back. Someone's inside. There isn't, Eli says. Another sound hits. A soft thud upstairs. Then silence again. Cole finally says, "It's not someone." Mara stares at him. "Then what is it?" Cole doesn't answer right away. When he does, his voice is lower. "Something that remembers." Mara laughs nervously. "That doesn't mean anything." Eli looks at her. "It does here." Another creak. Closer now. Like stairs. Mara swallows hard. "I'm going in," she says. Eli blocks her immediately. "No." She pushes past him. "Move." Cole doesn't stop her. He just watches. Mara steps onto the porch. The wood groans under her weight, even though it shouldn't. The air here feels colder than outside. Behind her, Eli calls out, "Mara, don't do this." She doesn't stop. Inside, the door opens without effort. No lock. No resistance. Just a slow swing inward like it was already waiting. The house smells wrong. Not old. Not dusty. More like air that hasn't been used in a long time. "Hello," she calls again. No answer. She steps inside. Eli follows immediately. Cole hesitates only a second before coming in after him. The door closes behind them on its own. Mara freezes. "That wasn't me," she says. No one responds. The hallway is dark, but not completely. Enough light leaks through the windows to show shapes. Then upstairs, another step. Slow. Deliberate. Mara looks up. Eli whispers, "We should leave." Mara shakes her head. "No. Someone is up there." Cole's voice cuts in. "Or something is waiting for you to think that." Another step. Closer. Mara starts toward the stairs. Eli grabs her again. "Stop." She pulls free. "I need to see." Cole watches her closely now. "If you go up there, you don't come back the same." Mara pauses. "Is that supposed to scare me?" Cole doesn't blink. "No. It's supposed to warn you." Another step. Right above them now. Mara puts her foot on the first stair. The wood groans. Eli whispers, "Don't." She climbs anyway. Step by step. The sound upstairs stops. Everything stops. Halfway up, she freezes. Silence presses in hard. Mara looks back at them below. Eli is pale. Cole is still. Then a voice comes from upstairs. Soft. "Close." "Mara." She stiffens. Eli whispers sharply, "No." The voice continues, slower now. "You came back." Mara grips the railing. "Who is that?" she calls up. No answer. Just another creak. One step forward above her. She climbs higher. Eli shakes his head. "She's doing it again." Cole replies quietly, "She never stopped." Mara reaches the top step. The hallway stretches left and right, too long for the house it belongs to. That doesn't make sense. It's longer than it should be. She swallows. "Mara." The voice is behind her now. She spins. Nothing there. Just hallway. But now the air feels heavier. Pressing. Eli appears at the bottom of the stairs, looking up. "What do you see?" "I don't know," she says. Cole stays below, eyes fixed upward. "You see what it wants you to see." Mara takes a step down the hallway. The floor creaks in response. Another voice joins the first. Not one. Multiple. Layered. "You left us. You ran. You forgot." Mara shakes her head. "No. Stop." Eli calls up, urgent now. Mara, come down. She doesn't move. The voices overlap more now, pushing together. Then one breaks through clearer than the rest. Smaller. Younger. Why didn't you pull me up? Mara's breath breaks. I tried, she whispers. The hallway shifts slightly. The walls feel closer. Eli steps onto the first stair. Cole stops him with a hand. Don't, Cole says. Eli snaps back, she's up there alone. Cole's voice stays steady. She's not alone. Above them, Mara hears something shift again. Slow movement behind a door that wasn't there before. A door at the end of the hall. She didn't notice it before. It's open slightly now. Dark inside. The voice comes again from it. Not calling this time. Waiting. Mara stands still. Her hands shake. Behind her, Eli calls again, softer now. Mara. Cole watches from below, his face unreadable. Mara whispers, barely audible, I hear you. The door at the end opens a little wider. And something inside breathes. Mara is already moving before she understands she's moving. The hallway behind her feels wrong now, like it's pulling away instead of staying still. The door at the end stays open, dark and patient, but something in her body refuses to step closer. Then the air shifts. And she isn't in the hallway anymore. She's outside. Bare ground under her boots. Sunlight too sharp, too clean, like it doesn't belong to the same world. She stumbles slightly, breath catching hard. No, this isn't. A voice cuts through her thought. You're doing it again. She turns fast. Eli stands a few feet away, younger in the light but still him. Same eyes. Same tension in his jaw. Mara's voice cracks. What is this? Eli looks around like he's checking if the land is listening. It's not a place, he says. It's a moment. That makes no sense. It doesn't have to. Mara shakes her head hard. I was inside the house. You still are, Eli says quietly. She looks down at her hands. They're steady, but not real steady. Like they don't fully belong to her. This is wrong, she says. Eli steps closer. Yeah. Then fix it. I can't. Why not? Eli hesitates. Because it remembers you now. Mara steps back. What does that mean? Before Eli can answer, a sound breaks through the air. A laugh. Small. Close. Mara freezes. No, she whispers. Eli closes his eyes for a second. You're here. I'm not here, she snaps. I'm standing in a hallway. Another sound interrupts her. A splash. Water. Somewhere nearby. Her head turns before she can stop it. And she sees it. The well. Not far. Not hidden. Just there in the open field like it always was, like it never moved. Her stomach drops. That's not possible, she says. Eli doesn't look at it. It is here. Mara steps toward it without meaning to. Eli calls after her, sharp now. Don't go near it. I didn't choose to come here, she says. You're choosing now. She stops. The ground around the well is damp. Dark soil. Like it's been turned recently. Mara swallows. I remember this place, she says quietly. Eli answers immediately. You should. Her chest tightens. A second voice cuts in from behind them. You always remember too late. Mara spins. No one there. But the air feels different now. Denser. She turns back to Eli. Who else is here? Eli doesn't answer. Instead he says, it starts like this every time. Mara stares at him. Every time? Eli nods once, slow. Every time you come back to it. She takes a step toward him. Stop talking like I've done this before. Eli looks at her directly. You did. Her breath catches. No. Eli doesn't soften. You don't remember all of it. I would remember this. You remember what lets you survive it. Mara shakes her head. That's not how memory works. Eli gives a short, bitter laugh. Not here. The well behind them creaks. Both of them turn. The rope is there again. Hanging down into the dark. Still. But now it's moving slightly. Not swinging. Not pulled. Just breathing. Mara whispers, that wasn't there before. Eli says, it always is. She steps closer to it. Against everything in her body telling her not to. The smell rises again. Wet earth. Old water. Something underneath it. I didn't come here, she says quietly. Eli answers, you did. I didn't. You did, he repeats. Her voice rises slightly. I don't remember walking here. That's because you didn't walk, Eli says. Mara turns sharply. Then how did I get here? Eli doesn't answer right away. When he does, it's quiet. You fell. Mara's face tightens. What? Eli gestures toward the well. You always end up here the same way. That's not true. You go near the edge. I don't. You argue. Mara shakes her head. Stop. You hear her. Mara freezes. Eli continues, steady and low. The girl. Mara whispers, no. You hear her calling you. Mara steps back slightly. I don't know what you're talking about. Eli looks at her like he's tired of her saying it. Yes, you do. The rope twitches again. Mara's breathing gets faster. I didn't hurt anyone, she says. Eli doesn't respond. I didn't, she repeats, louder now. Eli finally speaks. You didn't mean to. Mara shakes her head hard. That's not the same thing. No, Eli says. It's not. Silence stretches between them. Then a new sound rises from the well. A small voice. Not Eli's. Not hers. Soft. Close. Mara. She stiffens. No, she whispers. The voice again. Why did you let go? Mara's hands shake. I didn't, she says quickly. Eli watches her carefully now. The voice continues. I couldn't hold on. Mara closes her eyes. Stop. I called you. Stop. You looked away. Mara's breathing breaks. No. Eli steps forward slightly. Mara. She snaps at him. Don't. The voice from the well gets clearer. You said you'd help me. Mara shakes her head fast. I did help you. I tried. Eli says quietly, did you? Mara turns on him. Don't do that. Eli doesn't move. Tell it. Mara's voice cracks. Tell what? Eli nods toward the well. What really happened? The rope tightens suddenly. Both of them hear it. A pull from below. Mara steps forward without thinking. No, Eli says sharply. But she's already at the edge. She looks down. Darkness. Same as before. But now something is different. There's shape in it. Not fully formed. Not fully gone. Waiting. The voice comes again, but now it's inside her head too. You left me. Mara whispers, I didn't mean to. Eli is behind her now, voice low and urgent. Mara, step back. She doesn't move. I was scared, she says. The voice answers immediately. So was I. Her throat tightens. I tried to pull you up, she says. Silence from the well. Then. You hesitated. Mara's breath breaks. Eli closes his eyes. Mara whispers, barely audible, I was a kid. The voice responds softer now. So was I. The rope moves again. A slow upward pull. Like something is remembering how to climb. Mara's hand lifts slightly without her telling it to. Eli notices immediately. Don't. Mara shakes her head like she's trying to wake up. This isn't real. The voice answers. It is what you made it. The rope jerks upward once. Hard. Mara flinches. And in that instant, she is no longer standing at the well. She is standing at its edge again. But this time there is a hand in hers. Small. Slipping. And she hears herself say, very clearly, I can't hold on. And the ground beneath her shifts like it remembers everything she forgot. Mara hears her own voice before she sees anything else. I can't hold on. It echoes wrong. Not in the air, but inside her skull, like it already happened and is still happening. Then the world snaps back. She's standing in front of the house again. The yard is dark now, but not fully night. Something in between. The kind of light that makes everything look uncertain. Eli is beside her, breathing hard. You went somewhere, he says. Mara blinks fast. No. I didn't move. Eli shakes his head. You were gone. Cole is farther back, near the porch, watching both of them like he's measuring damage. Mara looks down at her hands. Dirt on her fingers. Dry. Real. I was at the well, she says slowly. Eli answers immediately. It wasn't just the well. Cole steps forward. Calm again. Too calm. It showed you what it wanted, he says. Mara snaps her head up. What does that mean? Cole doesn't answer right away. He looks at Eli first. You should have told her sooner, Cole says. Eli's jaw tightens. I didn't have a choice. There's always a choice, Mara says sharply. Cole looks at her. Not when it already knows you. A cold silence falls. Mara takes a step toward him. Stop talking like this is some thing with rules. Cole tilts his head slightly. It does have rules. That's insane. No, Cole says quietly. It's old. Mara laughs once, but there's no humor in it. Old doesn't mean alive. Eli mutters, here it does. Mara turns on him instantly. Whose side are you on? Eli looks like that question hurts more than it should. I'm on the side of stopping it, he says. Stopping what? She demands. Cole answers instead. The part that remembers you. Mara's throat tightens. It doesn't know me. Cole gives a faint, tired look. It called you by name, he says. Mara hesitates. Eli adds quietly, it always does that the second time. Mara stares between them. Second time? Cole steps closer now, voice lower. You've been through this before, he says. Mara shakes her head fast. No. Eli looks away. That's enough. Mara steps back. No. I would remember something like this. Cole doesn't argue. He just watches her carefully. You remember pieces, he says. The ones you can live with. Mara's voice rises. Stop saying that. Cole continues anyway. The rest stays where it belongs. In the well, she snaps. Cole doesn't answer directly. In you, he says. Silence hits hard after that. Mara looks at Eli again. Tell me he's wrong. Eli hesitates too long. Mara exhales sharply. Oh my God. Eli finally says, it doesn't stay in the ground. Mara shakes her head. No. No, this is just trauma. Memory. Guilt. That's it. Cole steps closer to her now. You think guilt does that? He asks quietly. Mara looks at him. Does what? Cole gestures slightly toward the house. Make a place change, he says. Make it wait for you. Mara's voice breaks slightly. It's just a house. Cole's expression doesn't shift. It listens, he says. A sound interrupts them. From inside the house. A knock. All three freeze. Mara whispers, no. Another knock. Slower this time. Eli steps forward instinctively. Nobody's in there. Cole stops him with a hand. Don't. Eli snaps back, we can't just stand here. Cole answers flat. You go in first, you don't come out the same. Mara stares at the door. It's empty, she says. Cole looks at her. Is it? Another knock. Mara moves before she can stop herself. She steps onto the porch. Eli calls out, Mara, don't. She ignores him. The wood creaks under her weight. Same as before, but heavier now, like it recognizes her. She reaches the door. The handle is cold when she touches it. Behind her, Cole says quietly, if it opens for you, it already knows you're back. Mara swallows. Then she opens it. The door doesn't resist. It swings inward slowly, like it was already halfway open. Inside, the hallway is darker than it should be. Not just low light. Missing light. Eli steps up behind her. We shouldn't go in.